Hello everyone, Hunter Pix here, back to review for you all. And with today's video, everyone, it's a review I haven't done in quite a while here on Chiller by. Let's give my thoughts on the game recently playing there, but as everyone, today I'll be giving my thoughts on the recent game in the WWE 2K series, WWE 2K22. For those of you who worked around the Chiller time, around late 2019, I did a video giving my thoughts on WWE 2K20 there, which has since gotten an infamous reputation in the wrestling game community there. A lot of people consider it the worst game in 2K series for WWE, and arguably the worst wrestling game ever made. When I did my video on 2K20, while I wasn't that as harsh as other people were at the time, I did not have too many good things to say about 2K20 there. Look, frankly, I feel like the backlash 2K20's gotten is well warranted there. While I wouldn't necessarily go as far as calling one of the worst wrestling games ever made there, it's definitely the worst game in WWE 2K games thus far there. And hopefully 2K games will not be going back to that levels of mediocrity again with the series there. So after the sour taste 2K20 left there was about there, it was being the first game for WWE for 2K there, not including 2K Battlegrounds. This is the first game we got to since the global pandemic happened. So there was a lot riding on 2K22 there. And having been returned to form for the series there. And from what I've been hearing thus far, that seems to be the case there. There's usually getting very positive reviews there. A lot of people say it's a very good turnaround for the series there, and back to form there. So yeah. But I want to make sure I have a pretty decent amount of time to play the game myself before I give my thoughts on it there. Like I've been playing the game a good number of times this past month here, so I feel like I played enough to get overall thoughts on it there. So all I want just a quick couple notifications, everybody. The one is this gonna be like a full-on review of the game, everybody? Just give my general thoughts on it there. So I had to and everyone, the only modes I have not touched yet there are my universe there, which I have heard has had some changes to it there, but nothing too crazy to it there. Although I do plan on doing some my universe mode stuff in 2K22, and the only other mode being the my faction mode, which is the one part of the game that includes microtransactions by, and everyone, I'm someone that's not a fan of microtransactions there. Yeah. Well, I don't think microtransactions overall is I guess it depends on what. I guess my issue with microtransactions there is, I guess it ultimately depends on what the gaming CEO has tied in with the microtransactions there. But generally, when I'm not necessarily too fond of them there myself, for mobile games, while I don't usually do microtransaction stuff in mobile games there, I can understand it there because, they get the gaming companies that make those games for mobile apps there, they gotta make profits somehow. They gotta return profits somehow there, so. But when it starts, it'll leak into $60 plus games there. That's why I start taking a little issue with it there. Now, some minor things there, like for example, the accelerator mode for the 2K games there, where it's optional, where you have an optional there to unlock everything right away. To unlock everything right away there, instead of having to, in case you have too much trouble unlocking different things there in the game there, and if you want to use the accelerator pass there to unlock everything, then I don't still really have a major issue with that there. But But when CEOs try to literally have the same thing be resold there, only a different color there, like say for example first-person shooter games there, have the same color gun there, but But for some reason, one's more expensive than the other one. Then I think that's when it gets a little excessive. But like I said, the live action mode is the one part that's of 2K22 I'm not necessarily gonna be too fun of there. There's does a little extra actions there, with the in-game currency there. Plus, no offense to people who do enjoy the supercar games there, but uh, the live action mode reminds me a lot of that there. And well, I haven't played the supercar games there. It's not necessarily my cup of tea. Really don't have much interest playing them there, so I'm sure there'll be some people having fun with live action mode there who they want a console version of supercar game there. They'll probably have fun with my faction mode there. But for me, the microtransaction stuff there, as well as me not necessarily being that much interest in the supercar game there. My faction is probably going to be the one mode I'm not gonna touch for 2K22. But I have dabbled in other things there as well. So you gotta give more overall thoughts of the game here. So let's go right to it. Now, first of all, I'm going to start with the graphics there by everyone. Graphics, they're a major step up there compared to 2K20 there. And this is arguably the best looking WWE game we've gotten, period there. I mean, things are very detailed there, and when Superstars do their interest there, yeah, I give 2K credit there. They did a very good job replicating the overall look and feel for the interest in Superstars there. And makes it, come pretty darn close to replicating the IRL stuff there. Plus, the overall graphics in general there are very good there. So, graphics-wise, the game looks great there. Well, you may have some people being nitpicky about minor details there. In general, the graphics are very good. And this is definitely the best-looking WWE game we've got to there, in my personal opinion. Next, everybody, is going to be the gameplay, everybody. Now, everyone, one of the big things that 2K was advertising is that they was revamping the gameplay mechanics of 2K for 2K22 compared to 2K19 and 2K20 there. And I gotta say, I thought they did a pretty good job there, but there's been different parts of the wrestling game community there. People who do enjoy the simulation style that 2K19 and 20 do there, but there are also people who prefer the archaic style, the older WWE games there. And I feel 2K found a very good balance with it there. While there are still some elements of the older style there, of the previous style from 2K19 and 20 there, the game does feel more archaic there with the game implementing combos there. And reworking the stamina and health system there. And they've completely got rid of the reversal limits for this game, so or the game feels a lot more button mashy there. You can implement more combos there, stuff like that. And while there are technically infinite reversals there are different ways the game doesn't just have one particular button you have to press in order to reverse a move there. With basically what I give there is that whenever you're in a fight with either another player or AI there, you can have, if you press the same buttons in there correctly, you can your superstar can reverse that move there. So your superstar can then reverse that move, and then you can begin your own counter attack and whatnot there. So so with the slogan being it hits different there in terms of the gameplay there, the game definitely applies to that there. Definitely does hit different there, and my opinion, in the good way there. I can see some people having some other issues with how the superstars sell the moves there, as as in previous WWE games there, whenever there's a big move hit, like a signature efficient move, they say that for quite a while there. Well, there is still some of that here in 2K22. There have been a couple times there where even if you do hit a signature or finish a move there, the AI does get right back up there. So, so for people who enjoy the selling aspect of the gameplay there, you might have some minor issues with that there. But aside from that there, I feel like 2K did a very good job overall with the gameplay there. Found a good mixture of the simulation style, and also the arcade style of the older WWE games there. So I think overall people will be pretty satisfied with this good hybrid of the two there. Now, as for the other areas there by, first off, regular exhibition mode, yeah, it's been pretty fun there, although there hasn't really been too many changes in regards of the match types there. They're pretty much essentially the same there as the previous WWE games. But for most, it's still been fun. The match has still been fun to play exhibition mode there, so I had to and be able to set up different matches there and whatnot. So yeah. As for the next, as the other taught to everybody, there's My GM mode, 2K Showcase, and the My Rise there. Now I'll always start with My GM, everybody. As for those of you who aren't aware, there have been a good number of people within the wrestling gaming community there that went to see the return of General Manager mode for the WWE games there, as it was a lot of people's favorite mode. Growing up playing the older WWE games there, and for the SmackDown vs. Raw series there. And 2K, whenever they were asking people what they wanted to see for a new WWE game, GMO was definitely at least the top 3 most requested things to be put in the next game there. And well, they listened to the fans there, and they have brought it back and modernized it for My GM mode there, where you can control either Raw, SmackDown, NXT, or NXT UK there. Either pick an established authority figure or do your own custom superstar, even do maybe possibly and you want to custom superstar, become general manager there. And you pretty much give it a limited budget there to pick as many superstars you want there, and have their matches and whatnot. So yeah, and try to make sure your brand's the stronger of the two and whatnot there. Everyone have dabbled into My GM mode a little bit there. It is nice to have the mode back there. However, it's not quite what it was back in the older games there. Well, I'm sure 2K will expand upon My GM mode if it continues, past 2K22 there. I do think there's potential to make it more enjoyable for future games and whatnot there. But there are certain things about the mode that are very limited there. For example, the match types there, you can mainly do one-on-one matches and tag team matches. You can't do any triple threats, fatal 4-ways, or 6 or 8 person matches there. So out the gate there, if you're someone who was expected to be exactly like how it was in the older games there, have a regular matchup there on My GM mode there, you're probably gonna be very disappointed. Well, that's not necessarily the only thing that got restricted there for My GM mode. As for some reason or other there, you can only have 2 champions per brand there, men's and women's champions there. You can't have a tag team champions or a mid-card championship belt for either brand there for some reason. And what's the point of having tag teams if you're not gonna have a tag team championship there, and have tag team feuds and whatnot for those titles there? It just makes it a little bit pointless there, And the last thing that's kind of restricted there about is also the match types. I still haven't checked out the multiple tag team matches, types of tag matches yet, but for one-on-one match, You can do regular one-on-one match, tables match, Extreme Rules, and TLC. I believe that's about it in regards to the match types you can have in my GM mode. You can't have a regular ladder match up there or other stuff, So, like I said, again, very, very restricted in regards to the types of matches you can have for that mode there. So overall, everybody, well, my GM mode, I can see it become, I see a lot of potential with it there. It'd be a lot more fun for future summits there. For the first game being brought back there, it can be fun to extent there, but not as fun as the previous older games there due to the restrictions on it there. I know some people might say, Walter, if 2K acted all the other stuff there, then my GM mode would be a little maybe too similar to Universe mode there. The only real difference being the limitations there. Yeah, being the limitations about budget there for the roster. Which, if that's the case there, then I can see some people go, what's the point of playing my GM mode there? Unless you had the short nostalgic connection to the older GM modes there, then it would be debatable whether people have fun with the recent my GM mode for 2K22 for people who didn't grow up play those game modes there. So everybody, while I do see potential with my GM mode, if it does continue in future games there, as it currently is right now for 2K22, while it is nice to see the mode back there, it's very limited there. It is as fun compared to the older General Manager modes for the older WWE games. As everybody's 2K Showcase, everybody, or the main focus, everybody's going to be the cover star for 2K22, that be Rey Mysterio, everybody. Everyone, Rey Mysterio, he's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time there, so I'm very happy that we get to have a 2K Showcase mode dedicate him there, have play some of his best matches and whatnot there. I feel for the most part, 2K did a very good job highlighting different parts of Rey's career there and stuff like that, picking some of his best matches there. However, with that being said, there are some weird omissions there. For the game. For example, there was his match with Craigle there. His match with Rey Mysterio Craigle for Source Center the 2's not in the game there, which you think would be a no-brainer for this mode here, since that was Rey's first major feud going to WWE. But Craigle is said to be going to be part of an upcoming wrestling game called The Wrestling Code. So WWE decided to leave Craigle out there partially due to him being included in that game there, as they feel like it'd be a way to kind of promote that game. Which, a little bit understandable there. But then you have other weird omissions there, like, for example, none of Rey's matches with Edge and Randy Orton are in the 2K Showcase mode there, which you think would have been another no-brainer there, as Randy and Edge were some of Rey's biggest rivals in the late 2000s there. And this feels a little weird that none of the matches Rey had with them made to the Showcase mode there. And the rest would have been some extra matches there. I felt like would have been cool to see there. Like, for example, the Intercontinental match between Rey Mysterio and John Morrison back in 2009 for the Intercontinental Championship. Thought that would have been nice to see in the game there. But for what they did, I thought they did a pretty good job recapping Rey's career there. And there are a good number of different matches to play there in the showcase mode there, so if you're a big fan of Rey Mysterio there, and someone who enjoys the 2K Showcase modes there, you will have a relatively good time playing the 2K Showcase. Everyone, before I get to talk about my rise a little bit, forgot to bring this up a little earlier there, but I'll go ahead and bring it up here. Address a certain elephant in the room, everybody. that's the overall roster by, as there were some people having concern about the roster going to 2K22, considering WWE release a whole bunch of superstars since 2020 there, which or it can be a little bit excused there since, it was a beginning of a global pandemic there, didn't know how things were going to go out there, stuff like that. But WWE has been very excessive in regards to releases these past couple of years there. And there were people who had concern that the roster was going to be very limited there due to the number of ridiculous releases WWE have made the past couple of years. Well, thankfully, everybody, there are still a good number of people there in 2K22 there, from current roster members there, from return stars there, to people making first appearances there. And we still do get a good amount of released superstars, such as Braun Strowman, Keith Lee, Jeff Hardy, Tony Storm, Mia Yim, Mickey James, and several others, just to name a few of the people that got released these past couple of years by WWE. And we still do get a number of decent number of legends as well there for the game. But we do have some omissions there, which I can understand a little bit there. I said previously mentioned with Kringle there, since he's already going to be part of the roster for upcoming wrestling game, the wrestling code. I can see why WWE would not add him in there, so we advertise that game there. And of course, there have been some release superstars for WWE that got signed to AEW there, such as Adam Cole, Daniel Bryan, and Aleister Black. But with AEW, at least in Bryan and Black's case there, they're now going by Malachi Black and Bryan Danielson, so... But then you have some weird ones which you think would have been a no-brainer inclusions there, such as Paige and Lita there, as for some reason those two were cut out there, despite being on decent terms with WWE. Especially Lita, since we literally saw her compete not too long ago, that Elimination Chamber against Becky Lynch for the Raw Championship. But aside from a couple of omissions there, which some be a little odd, the overall roster there is a pretty sizable one there. While it might not be as large as previous games there, there's still a good number of different wrestlers for people to try out there. From both still current members of the roster there, to legends, to release some stars who still made the cut. Alright, by now, before I get into my final thoughts, everybody, to talk about the last category, that'd be the My Rise, which is the revamped version of my career from the previous 2K games there. Well, the concept's essentially the same there. Eric WWE Superstar there, climb the ranks of WWE. They have revamped it quite a bit by, as they made it more, they made it more optional there for players to have there. There were paths there they want to take their My Rise mode there, or compared to the more recent games there, they had a already set storyline in my career for 2K19 and 20 there. But this time around, kind of still with the gameplay there, they kind of made My Rise there a good mixture of the original version of my career there. At least the previous version of my career before they had, or at least the 2K18 version, I believe they were made kind of open world there, where you could do different choices there and whatnot, free rivalries and whatnot there, but also have set storylines there for like the 2K19 and 20 there, with even different references there to different characters that show up for 2K19 and 20 there, so anyways, everyone, overall, they made it where player choice there. I say it's been from what I've seen there, from what I've been hearing and what I've been playing myself there, it's been pretty fun there in the My Rise mode. It's been cool to have, from what I've seen so far from different content creators there who have done My Rise there, at they've had different journeys there with their characters there and whatnot. You know, Cloud the Reagan's WWE whatnot there, and they made it, and they give you a ton of options there by for your character's background there. What you have: be an MMA fighter there, a indie wrestler, an actor, becoming a wrestler there, and so on and so forth. And there are separate campaign. You can also have the option. You also gives you the option to play their male or female competitor going into WWE. Now, everyone, at the time of this recording, I haven't tried, the My Rise mode, whether, you pick the option to be a female competitor there. For the mids there, so far where I've been playing there, it's been pretty fun there. I will try out the women's My Rise part there in a future Let's Play there, in future Let's Play there, whenever I do try out the game there, so that after I finish up my current time, after I do finish up my current My Rise in what I'm currently doing right now there, so I'll try out the women's there after I'm doing my current PlayStation with the mids there, so yeah. So overall, My Rise has been pretty fun there. And, while it may not be the most, detailed thing in the world there, yet, you have to give props for credit to 2K there for putting a lot of effort into the My Rise mode, make it enjoyable there, and to make it as different as possible there. Give people different options, make it different as they could. If someone were to do a Let's Play series there, one person would have a different pack compared to another person there, whatnot there. So yeah. Anyway, overall, final thoughts, everybody. Overall, everybody, 2K22, after having time to play with everybody, I've been having a very fun time with it here. Do think the praises the game has got to as well warranted there. Well, there were some areas I would have liked to seen, add more stuff to it there. Overall, 2K22 is a really enjoyable game there. A strong comeback for... sorry, one some pop up on my iPad there. But anyways, there's a strong comeback there for the WWE 2K games there. This definitely feels like a new beginning for the series there. The strong start for 2K with strong start being set by 2K22 there. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing what 2K will be doing going forward. WWE games there, especially with the recent news that WWE decided to deal with 2K games to continue the series there. So take that, yay! Overall, I have a very fun time playing WWE 2K22 there. If there's any of you that have been skeptical on still trying the game there, take it for someone who's been playing the WWE games for over 15 years now. It's definitely one to check out there. It's a lot. I've had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing the game there. So if you haven't played it yet, I highly recommend you do so. Alright, I'm pretty sure things up for this view, everyone. Don't know how often I'll do these kinds of videos there, where I'll just tell you my thoughts on the games I played there. But it was nice talk. But it's been a while since I've done it there. Yeah. I did one for 2K20 there. Thought it wouldn't hurt to do one for 2K22 here, so yeah. But I'm pretty sure thanks up for everyone. If y'all want to see me do more videos like this there, let me know in the comments below there. But tell everybody, I'll see y'all next time here. If y'all saw here, make sure the like button, do channel, subscribe, notification icons, I'll see you next time. It's our big Sam. Peace.